Howdy ho! Hope you're all doing great, and hopefully you have been enjoying the beautiful weather and getting outside and relaxing a little bit. So I just want to say hi and walk you through this week. This week we're doing kind of two main things, as well as practicing our maps, getting ready for that 50 states challenge coming up. So I'm going to take you to the lesson plans right now. If you look on the lesson plans for this week, May 4th through the 8th, the 8th week of distance learning already pretty crazy to think about. First thing is there is a video that Ms. Huska put together to say goodbye and just to encourage you and thank you for being part of her student teaching experience. So make sure you guys watch that. And then Monday, what we're going to do right away on Monday here is go to this map analysis, and it is a Google form. And then what I've done is linked certain maps to this that I want you to look at when we look at the United States and kind of population and statistics. So you're going to need to click on the links in order to find the map that I'm talking about for the question. And so each question I give you a map that I'll take you to. So look through the questions carefully and look at the maps, kind of study those, analyze those, and think about what my question's asking you in order to answer these questions for the Google form. Also on Monday, practice your U.S. states. This again, nothing you need to turn in this week. It's just practicing them by the regions. Next week on the 11th is when you're going to take all 50 states test and turn that in for a score. So Monday again is just the population statistics and then also practicing your states. Tuesday, you have an option, and we're going to do this Tuesday through Thursday. You have an option for one of two lessons. The first one is, and what you need to do here is really decide on what type of lesson do you want to have. Do you want kind of an easy, straightforward? It's not bad to have that. It's just very guided. You're told what to do. It's organized, straightforward. So if that's you, that you want things just kind of simple and straightforward, this is the lesson that you're going to want to do. So this lesson is a U.S. history bracketology. We're going to take you through the hundreds of years of U.S. history and kind of make it in a simple form for you to be able to read. It's very brief and very basic, so you're definitely able to go in deeper if you want to do that. But what you're going to do on Tuesday and Wednesday is read through this document right here. And what you're going to do also is choose from that document the 10 most important dates in U.S. history, what you think was significant and that had a major impact on our country. And then what you'll do is right here below is where you're going to put that information. So which one do you think is the most important? Put the date, the event, kind of what happened, and then why was it significant or why does it matter? Why do you think it's so important to be in a top 10 list? So this is kind of Tuesday and Wednesday. You're going to read through that article and then fill out this table here. Then on Thursday, you're going to go down below, and I have a bracket set up for you, just kind of random dates put in there. And so here's your bracket. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to talk to one of your family members and have them help you go through this. You're going to kind of argue and debate and discuss and try to figure out which date should be advanced and which one ultimately is the most important date in U.S. history. And so you're going to kind of compete. As you can see, round one, 1482 and 2001. So you're going to kind of talk about what happened in 1482, what happened in 2001, and which one was more significant. Now, you can't say if 1482 didn't happen, none of the rest of these would have happened. You got to look at it in the moment and in the event itself. What was the significance of that event and what was the impact? But you cannot, again, say none of these would have happened if this one didn't happen first. So be careful of that. But get into a discussion with your family member. If you have a tie and you guys can't break it, bring another family member in and have them choose which date they think is the more significant, important date. And ultimately, what you're going to do is you're going to type in whatever date you think. So if you think it's 1492, you just type it in and you're good to go. And then the next round, it will go against 1850. And you continue to do that and typing in the dates until you get it into the championship. So these two things are what you're going to turn in to me for the easy, kind of straightforward assignment. If you want the other assignment, this other assignment is more exploratory. It's going to take more work. It's going to be harder. It definitely is. You're going to have a lot more freedom. It's based on curiosity and discovery. It's unstructured. I've kind of given you a little guide, but it's mostly unstructured. Now, this one is definitely going to be harder and takes more time. So if you want an easier, straightforward option, go with this one. This one you have to kind of think about, what are you curious about with the United States? Kind of like a genius hour, where you get to decide what is something that you want to find out more about, and then you have to dig into it and research it. It's not things you already know. It's something to dig deeper into. And that's what I kind of go through here and talk about too. This is where the key is to learn, not just to get done. So what are you really curious about? You're going to investigate, you're going to research, and you're going to answer kind of this big question that you have. I wonder what about this? And then that's what you're going to be graded on, is what you can show me for information, what you discovered, and then why it's significant. So again, demonstrate to me what you've learned, and you can do that in any way you want to. It's totally up to you. But you've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to really dig into some type of topic. And maybe you've got multiple questions you want to go through. But here are some ideas on things to be thinking about. Maybe you're curious about current events in the United States, whether it be immigration and the border wall. Maybe it's about troops in the Middle East, or about COVID-19 right now, and what are the efforts that are going on. Maybe you want to do something with history. And so there's lots of, maybe the topic within U.S. history you want to find out more about. Maybe you want to create your own kind of bracket challenge and top 10 and give me information about what you've learned, what you've discovered. Definitely you can do that as well. Maybe you want to find out more about the natural world and what natural wonders we have here and how they were created and what their impact was. Maybe you're curious about how our government works and want to find out more about how does it actually work. I know there's kind of 3 branches and there's a president, but how do the branches of government go together? So maybe you want to look into that. Or what is the difference between Democrats and Republicans? I hear about this, but what is the actual difference? Maybe you want to find out more about money or economy and get more into the stock market, since we didn't quite get to do this the way that I wanted to. But what's going on with the stock market and what causes stock markets to go up or down? Looking at the idea of capitalism and just even our economy and why it is the way that it is. Who do we trade with? What do we all trade? Is that good to trade? Is it not good to trade? How does the trade impact us? Positive and negative ways. Maybe you want to look into something with culture and finding out about truly what is a true American culture. It's kind of hard to understand when we live within it, and so maybe that's what you want to do, is find out what is American culture. Maybe even looking at the idea of a melting pot. All these different people from around the world have come together. So are we a melting pot, or are we more of a salad bowl? And look into what do those two things mean. Maybe you want to look into immigration itself, or even how sports have impacted the racial barrier. Maybe you want to do more things with statistics. We started into it on Monday, but maybe you want to find out something deeper. Maybe you looked at something from that map that you thought was kind of interesting, and you're like, ooh, I want to find out more about that. Go for it. Dig in as deep as you want to. Also on Tuesday, we have our Zoom meetings, and then Friday, again, you are practicing your U.S. states. Again, nothing to turn in, just practicing those by regions, and if you want to, practice the All 50. The All 50 is what you'll be tested over next week. And then finally, if you want to, you can start brainstorming and talking to your parents, where should we go on a road trip? Because that's going to be our project next week, and I'll give you more information then. But I hope you are doing great, and I cannot wait to be able to get in touch with you and see you on Tuesday, so hopefully you join the Zoom. Please reach out and let me know if you have any questions at all. But I miss you all, and I love you, and thanks for being SWASM. Enjoy your week. Bye-bye.